So we have a blue croc today, and I'll be honest with y'all. I low key like this leader. I feel bad. He came out in a time where Bandai was just convinced. Yeah, I'm trying not to say Bandai Namco. I'm trying to just say Bandai. Where Bandai was just convinced that bouncing was the most devastating ability, but then they made so many on play effects that are just a little too good that bouncing is like a little detrimental in the weirdest of ways. I spend resources for you to get to double dip. That's not good. That don't make sense. So yeah, and then there's no ramp in blue. So it's like his leader ability is a lot more not applicable. You can't use it. You can't afford to use it mid game. It eats up 4. Now, if it was 2, sure. So that's what you call overbalance, right? It's 4, so that's a no. Then what else? And then it's just bouncing. Bouncing is not strong enough, and and since there's no ramping for blue, it's kind of like you just got to eat it. So yeah. Oh, and the last thing, that was the thought I was trying to get out there. Leader abilities you can't mass produce are the leader abilities that are not really going to make them a good leader. The more you can use your leader ability, the better chance you have at being a leader that's playable. That's essentially all it is. You know, this isn't like set in stone for every leader that's getting printed, but essentially, if you're only going to get to use your leader ability once or twice in a match, you're probably not going to be a competitive leader. And that's essentially Crocodile. You do not want to use his leader ability twice in a row unless it's going to give you game. And you definitely don't want to use it 3 times in a row because you're not coming back from that. That's about it. Look at all those luscious events. So, all right, let's actually break down the point of the build. So, our actual focus is Mr. 1. We wanted to make a Baroque Works deck, but more focused on Mr. 1. And the point is, as you kind of see, you play, you draw, and you trash some of the event cards. That's our way of being able to play an extra amount of events. You have the ability to trash the events, so you don't have to be as afraid, because event heavy decks come at a cost because it's hard to balance the Dawn usage between the character usage, Dawn event and character, right? It's hard to balance the Dawn usage between the two, and then event cards don't develop board usually, right? Event cards don't have counter power, right? So it's like you have to have the Dawn up, and you have to reserve Dawn for your events, and you have to have the actual option of being able to play the event, depending on what the event's effect is as well. So yeah, event heavy decks are usually you got to be a little bit worrisome if you need to put a balance in between the two, the characters and the events. And with Mr. 1 and Sogu King, if I'm saying it right, they allow you to draw and trash an event. So they cycle through your hand, they help keep your hand clean. Now, we could just bottom deck those 2 annoying cards, and it would be funny to bottom deck the Nami. Like leave Shiraya, bottom deck the Nami. That would be kind of funny. So we're going for a swing, 6K. Oh, okay, cool. Let's get those 2 off. That's the thing that I love, right? I love that when it comes to the blue-yellow matchup, because yellow loves their trigger summons. They love it, and understandably so. They love their trigger summons. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's do that and then bottom deck. And it in a funny way, it puts them so far back when you do that. I mean, trigger summons are free, right? But it's the weirdest thing. It's like, okay, now bottom deck them. Now all of a sudden you're all set back. Now the fun part is we're looking relatively healthy here because we have another Gravity Tiger. So most of the cards that Sabo should be using would be in our 8 trigrams range, or in our Tigers range. Ooh, 9K swing. Okay, we let that go. We do have another one, so we'd have to worry too much. You choose to put Luffy in life, we get a Kaya. Now I think if we play the Weevil, we end up getting Weevil. I can't remember. I think it was another Weevil. We have a handful of cards. 2 of them, 4 of them don't really have counter power. We choose to just clear the board, but the benefit of what just happened is what you call it, we developed our 12k, so that's the benefit of what just happened. And if he wants that Shiraya to hit the board, yep, he's gonna have to dedicate the 3 Dawn. Okay, so 4 Dawn played just to get his board state back to what it was. So I think things are looking good on our end. It's funny, we got another Gravity Tiger. Like just, you put that thing back on top, but how much does it matter? It's kind of funny. And oh man, I know he's gonna poo-poo himself if we get the opportunity to develop that Crocodile, because it has Banish and it lowers our Dawn counts. I'm sure there's a debate on whether just to play the Gravity Tiger and clear the board up, but I think the Gravity Tiger should be saved for when you know, that whatever that Cat Viper comes out. So to me, it's either develop the Crocodile or develop the Das Bones. Okay, so we're going to try to force out the Cat Viper. Now, the good thing is Luffy ain't just getting a free trigger summon. Sure, he's annoying, but he eats a 5 Dawn next turn if you know, we try to get the Luffy out. You know, our hand is actually set up to where it might be comfortable for us to play the Crocodile so we could develop and then just bounce a card back. I would say it is kind of fun at the thought that, like, let's say we get them to a certain life state. Wow, this person's debating it. It's kind of funny. We get them to a certain, I said life state. Like, we're attacking them and we're getting cards in their hand. And let's say we use leader ability and we bounce another card to their hand. Then just play Pudding. To me, that would be funny. But right now, that wouldn't be nowhere near effective. Okay, so we're choosing to go with a Das Bone cycle, where you get rid of the lack of counter power. And I think we're still just at the 2 events in our trash. But oh, look at that. We got a 3000 world, so that's kind of fun. And so we do have the option of either just playing the Weevil or playing the 3000 worlds. Playing the 3000 worlds would, you know, obviously fuel the Das Bones, and playing Weevil would just, you know, give us another card in our hand. And we get a 2k counter. I think that's really lovely. And we kind of got a Perona, so we could look at the top 5 and set it up. So I think we do have a relatively decent amount of counter power. We get the Perona. Okay, so yeah. So I do think a bounce should be played right now for the Cat Viper. Okay, there we go. We're going for it. I'd agree. You just looked at the top 5. Nothing needs 10 Dawn. You're going to be at 8 next turn. So yeah. Now, I would say I wouldn't do it twice unless you're going to win. So I wouldn't necessarily like try to do it next turn. Oh, they put 2 Dawn? So they don't want to... Okay, they don't want to make the Luffy vulnerable. I get it. Man, that was a healthy Dawn investment. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just that they wanted to get the Cat Viper set up as fast as possible. That's probably what it was. They're like, hey, let's just get this out rather than, you know, going for a Luffy play. Let's just set that Cat Viper situation up. Okay, we counter out. Oh man, I would love to see 7-drop Croc get some shine. Cause hey, it would have been effective. Like he does have banish. We are in a good situation though, regardless. Okay, we can recur an event. Ugh, it looks so nasty. That Dawn deficiency. The fun part is you probably could just swing plain Jane. Okay, we're gonna use Weevil, 6k. Shariah can only, I believe, copy our leader, so. Oh, he's pumping Shariah. That's what's happening. I kept seeing that number. Okay, that's what's happening. He's making Shariah a 7k blocker. Oh. Decisions. He's gonna let that go, right? Oh, okay. He's like, he smells something. He's probably worried about another gravity tiger. That's probably what it is. Yeah, there's not much you can do at this point. Okay, we're going for some board removal here. We don't want our opponent gaining any more resources. That's good enough. They got 3 life. They got 4 cards in hand. Of course, they're going to take that Kaido swing. They're not stopping it. Last thing we need is some comeback potential. Oh my god. He really did that. Okay then. Wow. You can't tell me you're not frustrated after that. You spent a lot of resources. I felt like you smelled something afoot and you just like decided to, oh my god. Now your best play is literally a Luffy rush. Summon Luffy, attack, put him on top of life. We do have to be careful on our end because we have no counter power in hand and we have no blockers in play. So we may have a blocker now, but yeah, if the Sabo just starts putting pressure on our life, we have to take both if he does bring out Luffy and just swings. Now a board state like this, oh well, Kid Killer just as good. A board state like this is scary. Okay, 2k counter, so thank you for that. Yeah, a board state like this is scary, so it might encourage the opponent to go for our board. We're going to be at 10 down next turn. Now, if he debates on the Luffy swing, it's understandable because he doesn't want to lose Luffy. Already put Kid Killer on life. He might not want to lose Luffy. But if he sees our hand, he knows the best option is to just swing at us. Now, it does put him in an interesting situation because unless he gets another Luffy, our blocker will be effective against him. But, okay, see, board state. Yeah, the board is too threatening for him to want to go for life, and that's actually saving us right now. So we have 2 blockers, and we have the ability to get rid of Luffy. So this is actually wonderful. So this is where we can essentially turn up. Oh, okay. I see where his mind was. He made Luffy 8k to make it difficult for us to get over Luffy. I respect it. Luffy was the better target to leave on the board instead of leaving Kid Killer. So now Luffy gets bottom deck. We get to rearrange the top set of cards. Nothing that would help us. So we bottom deck it. And let's get another blocker. There we go. This is looking like GG. That would be a little greedy. But yeah, I can't see any real advantages bouncing that Nami can give them. If anything, you're giving them counter power. See, now they got Kid Killer, but Kid Killer can't just go through blockers. They need another Luffy. And that's such a down investment. Luffy, another rush character, leader swinging. Okay, so they're trying to hope for something here. That's probably what they're fishing for, is like some sort of Luffy play or whatever. But Luffy needs 2 Dawn at that. I would just block. Yep. No funny business. Let's just block. That Das Bones would have been 8,000. Yep. So now we get a way to, just in case you get any blockers, if you play 2 blockers right now, it is over. Five Dawn. I'll still block. It's like, why? Like, make it guaranteed that they can't do nothing. Okay, and it's a 2K counter. You gotta love it. Well, there literally shouldn't be anything they can do. Even if they try to attack with Nami, then it just guarantees that they didn't have another attack. And if they summon something, that's too much Dawn. So I think it's over. Okay, so they had an ace play. That's what they were going for. Yeah, this is a Hail Mary. I mean, you're kind of better off just swinging with the ace. Okay, and then you pump ace. Ace is 9K, so at least he has a great chance of sticking. But obviously, you should know we're going to have to ignore that ace. Oh, there it goes. A G. And it's funny because a good thing would have been to bounce that ace. It's like, yeah, resummon this. We don't need you Dawn stacking nothing. Okay, we're going up against Sabo again. I wonder why we don't use these 1-drop blockers more often. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Reason why I'm okay with that is it's 6 Dawn to bottom deck anything, but the Sabo decks, to my knowledge, aren't really playing anything crazy. No, they're not really playing any boss characters. It's more about constant gaining of life and then swinging, turning mid-level characters into high-level characters, I would say. So yeah, I think that was a decent play right there. We don't really have to worry about the blockers to Nami. The Nami is virtually a continuous stage card for this deck. Helps this engine a lot. It's a battery. We could probably take that life. Draw 2, trash 1. We could trash the event itself unless you really want it for defense. I wouldn't trash Shogu King. I'll trash the event. You got 2 of them. And okay, so Piranha's good. Oh, Soul Pocus. Yeah, just grant them the life. Okay, so we do got defense, and we could look at the top 3. We also got a blocker. So there's a few shenanigans we can do. They should take that, no problem. And they play defense. Pudding gets everybody scared. Respect the play. That one they should take. Unless they, I was going to say, unless there's they got a 2K counter. Because when you get the opportunity to just drop 2K counters, you could just drop them. That, we got 2 Kaido bombs. Yeah, the event. I mean, that's part of the engine. Yeah, let's go. So now he is a 7K thanks to his ability. And we got 2 more events, so we can quickly pump him another 1K. Dag. I want to see that in this match. Back-to-back Kaidos. And then it's funny because the curve, we're going to play the Sogu King before the Kaido. So that's going to be some obnoxious bouncing. Oh, no. Let's save that. Yeah, get rid of the pudding. Now, this counter swing is going to be real. Man, I know what you're thinking. Oh, no, I don't know what you're thinking. Either you want to just Gravity Tiger that Luffy, very tempting, or yeah, attack that Luffy. Chuck more cards. That's what we're looking for. Counter out. Okay, cool. That's fine. You're losing the Luffy definitely now. Block. I was a little bit wrong. Play Croc. I want to see Croc. No. Hoping for a trigger summon. Okay, cool. Gravity Tiger those 2. Your board is empty now. Come on, man. 7-drop Croc gets no time to shine. He has Banish. He literally is a counter to this matchup. He has Banish. Come on now. That Desert Spot is a free card. It'll be 0. Could have had defense and looked at the top 3. What? But, you know, his board is empty, though, so I can't hate on that. Sogu King. It would have been fun. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, we played it. Yeah, at this point, it's over. Let's just get all the bottom deck cards to hand. I think it would be more effective to swing on that Zoro. Oh, wait, we've got Kaido. Duh. What did I just say? Ignore what I just said. Well, we know he doesn't really have counter power. He's going to take these attacks. Did you see that coming? Yeah. 10-drop Kaido, it doesn't have a decent footing in the meta. It's like half the times you can expect it, and then a lot of times I think you don't expect it. So I think that's just where it's at. It's like it still catches people off guard. Like, whoa, he just dropped Kaido. So they do have a Zoro. They have a blocker. God. No, you can't trash. You're gonna have to grant. You're gonna have to grant on that one. Your life is too low. You only have 3K counter. Yeah. Makes sense. Going for board makes sense. Because we have a threat of lethal next turn. Wow, okay, we saved it. And then Zoro has to just only go at life. Oh no, he doesn't. The pump, I forgot about that. Now, maybe we should kill Zoro, because if you remember, that's just a chopper. So let's kill Zoro. We can attack life and then bottom deck the Kikunojo. Okay. Trying to be as careful as possible. Okay, nothing happens. Yeah, I would say attack Zoro and bottom deck the... Oh! Okay, so we're gonna bounce both. Okay, bottom deck the Zoro and bounce the Kikunojo because Zoro got rush. Or you want to bounce both of them? Okay, cool. Anxiety. Well, we do got a Kaido on the board, so I guess that works. GG, well played. Okay, good game. Man, like attack the damn Zoro. Attack. I don't know. It was like guarantee, get the attacks, got a bottom deck card, all the lovely Don to play with to make sure the attack goes through. Yeah, let's get that Kai out of here. Man. Well, okay. They got one rush. They're gonna put the Kikunojo back in life. Okay, swing with the Zoro. The smartest play is to go for characters. Yeah. Okay, definite GG. Oh man, that was a little anxiety. Dag, 3 cards, no counter. Okay, so this one's a rematch. It must be nice opening up with that Nami. I know that looks funky, but you do have a draw in the Das Bones. Okay, we bottom decking the whole thing. I think our player is such a hater for 7-drop cock. You're a hater. Like literally, he has banish. You're such a hater. Well, at least we're going to see our Gravity Tiger. Very important for this matchup. Put some pressure. They should take it. And they don't. Okay. I'm like, keep in mind, you are a deck that keeps trying to put life cards back. So essentially, you know, you can afford to take a couple of hits. That's just obnoxious. But hey, look at that. It worked out. Soul Pocus is a funny card. Board development is such an important thing in this game, right? That nobody likes the idea of spending that much down on a card that doesn't change board state. But it's like, hey, it gives you a whole life, right? Is that worth 5 Dawn, though? Is it worth 5 Dawn, no counter power? So yeah, in a perfect world, y'all would see Das Bones and Sogu King getting all the cycles and trashing event cards, and you know, Das Bones looking like a roided up monster, foaming at the mouth. Gains. But I mean, you get the idea. You get the overall concept and engine of this build. Do. 2 Namis. Well, they have 3 life, 4 life. They really should just use that whatever that thing is called, Brûlée. Okay, attack into that. Got nothing else to summon, I guess. That's a lot of Dawn. Okay, there you go. Well, yeah, you definitely got to play like that. Attack, get past the blocker. I thought they were going to go for life, but I think that works out better. That's funny. Brûlée is now a 3k blocker. So our hand isn't really looking too good, but we have a lot of life cards. We have, we're just going to use it just to use it. Okay. Hey, listen. Like I said, Nami is a battery for that deck. So, as weird as that play feels, it was effective. And yeah, we have 2 missed Sundays. 1 on board, 1 in hand. We can always just get the Gravity Tiger back. But it looks like both players are going to need to start taking these life cards. You know, to try to see some different cards and see what type of plays it gives them. Block, because we just want that Gravity Tiger back. And without the Namis, yeah, he needs to make sure that he has enough Don up to be able to do this Luffy play. Is that enough? Okay. I think it's just a 4. Can't remember. Oh, 10 Don. It's weird. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the Perona. I think we are a little bit better off just getting a Kaido on the board. And then saving it for potentially a better play in the future. We have 2 Kaidos. Yeah, so let's just like develop board. In a weird way that worked out, because now we don't have to worry about Luffy drop. But right, the reason why I feel like Perona is important, is to rearrange that top 5 and give us some characters we can start developing with. Take that. Oh no, 2K counter. Okay, sure. No, that was more counter than I thought. Of course, a 7K swing. I wasn't too mindful. Ooh, okay, I like the draw 2, and I would say use. You need some characters to develop on that board, and you dropped your Perona. Okay, no trigger. We're gonna use it for defense. Pudding is not helping us right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, I would have saved that Perona, so you could have just changed that top 5. You countered out. There was no need for that. Hey, develop the blocker, in my opinion. And just, I don't know. Swing, don't swing. I mean, not swinging is an option. Well, going for 5K can essentially get them to chuck 1 card. I think that would be foolish if they chuck a card. Because, come on. You're essentially looping with your life right now. Summon, attack, bounce to life. Summon, attack, bounce to life. Okay, then. Interesting. So we just want Kaidos on the board. So now we got 2 12Ks. I don't think there's much of a way for the opponent to get rid of this. And we have to hope we start top decking. Our player is really playing it interestingly. Look at that, banish. Now you probably feel like you have to. Nope, you're losing that. It was a Kaya. Alright. See, now it's looking bad, but that was your decisions. Well, let's see what happens. I'm sorry. Because I'm like, some of the decisions I just didn't agree with because of like, look what it's gotten us now. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Bottom decking that first row, it wasn't gonna make or break it, right? Respectfully. Even though the first 5 that we saw had the characters that we might feel like we needed, right? Now we're going through a patch of weeds. And it's like, if you had played the trigger, you would be 2 cards deeper into the deck. And if you had kept the Perona, so you could play the Perona, not only the Kaya would have been in the hand, because I think that was a play to protect the life. You just have to grant, yeah. But what do you call it? Yeah, you would have had the Perona. You could have played the Perona and just looked at the top 5. Because it's like, the reason why I'm saying this is like the hand proved to us that we need to play that. We needed that vision. We needed to rearrange the top 5 so we can try to... No. I would not do that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we needed to rearrange the top 5 or at least dig into the deck. Okay, so, I mean, listen, we got 2 Kaidos on the board. Even though it's nuts that they got, the hand that they got. But look, we got 2 Kaidos on the board. Things is looking nice for us. Everything's still okay. Sure, the opponent has 4 life and 5 cards in hand, but things don't look too bad. So, yeah, I know the opponent was happy for that put in play. But hey. Oh, I get it though. We got rid of the rush characters. Like an attempt to get rid of the rush characters. So I get why we went for a play like that. Oh, okay. That makes me happier. We either get defense or potential offense. I don't know how risky Kaido is at this point in the game state, but Sogu King is not bad. Because he should be able to bounce something. We still should have Dawn up for another play, you know? Okay, so we're keeping the blocker. We're going to be able to look at another top 5, so that's good. Hopefully, they don't swing too crazy at us. Hopefully, I mean, I doubt it, but maybe they might go for another 6K swing. Nah, that's not happening. We do have another blocker coming up, so maybe we can block this, and then we're gonna draw into our blocker. Decisions. I know part of the reason for that put in play was to also develop a character on the board. Are we swinging with that Nami? Is that what's about to happen? Yes, we are. Yeah, just block that one. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, we got more defense, so this ain't the end of the world. We got a blocker, we got 2K counter, and we have the events to help us counter out of things. That Sogu King is gonna help. Right now we're in thought. Listen, just swing on that Nami, because that is an annoying play. Are we using the leader swing? Oh, because Nami's 5K. That's creepy. He can save it if he wants to. Okay, lets it go. Completely understandable. Annoying. 5 life. You know it's a Zoro. You know what's gonna happen. This has to just be so annoying. Okay. Just chipping away. We attacking with pudding or? Oh, that's nuts. Okay, just this is so weird. Oh, we bottom decked that. Okay. I felt like that's what we needed. At least the Sogu Kings, if anything. Because you could just always bounce and then start drawing, you know, going for the whole cycling. I mean, not even. You could even bounce your own pudding and try to get their hand down. But, yeah. Okay, I guess there was no blockers in that hand, right? Yeah, I think it was all offense. I think we're probably looking for blockers now. So, hey, it is what it is. We got 1 blocker and essentially 6K of counter power. That's nuts. All the Namis were bottom decking. This is weird. This is a weird game state to be in. Oh, more blockers. Oh my goodness. Okay. See, the thing is, though, as obnoxious as it might be at this point,
Those Sogu Kings would have been drawing 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1. We had at least 3 turns of potential. Whether, because the reason why I'm saying Sogu King, because there was Das Bones, right? Is because he could bounce a card on the opponent's board. You know? Now, granted, I mean, you probably would have just been bouncing a Nami, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, draw 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1. So we would have been at least 4 to 6 cards into that deck. Ooh, countered out. Okay. Wait, why counter out? Oh, I think I understand. Because they're reaching such a point in the game where they can't stop all these attacks. And if to eat all these attacks, yeah, so we're going to bounce the blocker. Okay, they can't afford to eat too many attacks. They got, because basically they're working with a finite amount of Don, right? We start swinging 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. They had the 1 chopper. They got 4 life. No matter what, if they don't counter out, yeah, see, they would be at no life essentially. So we got 2 blockers. Scared to death of a Luffy right now. Scared to death of a Luffy. Okay, we got it. It's an ace play. Listen, I'll just block with Miss Sunday and get another Desert Spotter. You heard me? There you go. Resolve, Desert Spotter. What? Oh. Interesting. Okay, now we don't have to worry about Luffy. Wow. Okay, we do not have to worry about Luffy. Dang, that Luffy play was scary. Just to, like, well, we could be careful. Yeah, don't misclick. Oh, put in? Okay. I was like, I expected the blocker. Yeah, 5. Okay, I think we got the game. We have to block, of course. And chopper. Well, there's too many attacks in general. But essentially, we can attack with the put in. Oh, what the heck? Disgusting. GG. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect that W. God, that was a match. That was a match. Wow. GG. Perseverance, LOL. Facts. Man, yo. That was looking bleak. But yeah, the constant adding cards to life and bouncing. I've never seen bouncing be so relevant. And then it's so weird bouncing those Namis. And that pudding essentially shuffled the hand. And that's how like we ended up seeing the Namis we bottom deck. It's kind of funny. Okay. Going up against Whitebeard, and Puddin is his natural nemesis. And being that Whitebeard always has to draw life, it's like we can essentially play Pudding and then try to get another Pudding to do it again. We could set up for the blocker. I guess that's what we're looking for. Okay, cool. That's better. I didn't notice Doflamingo. I was just looking at Miss Sunday. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. You saw that? You saw that? That's crazy. 2K counter. Luffy rush. I think that's okay to take, in my opinion. Sogu King debating it. Okay, there we go. And it's another blocker. Good stuff. So they should be at, what, 8 cards again because they played Luffy. That's a loss of 3 cards if you do that pudding play. They got too many cards in hand. Any attack to life is going to, or not even, attack to life or character is just going to encourage them to drop their hand. So yeah, there you go. 7K swing. $7K. What are we doing here? Block, respect it. Especially since if you really wanted to, he can ignore our blockers. We take. So I think bouncing the Luffy would be something effective. Oh, Gravity Tiger, Doi. Yeah, get rid of that Marco. We only got 1 Don up. How many cards is in their hand already? Because they took the life. Yeah, I respect it. And yeah, we can get rid of that guy. Go ahead. It's okay in this matchup. Whoa, 2 Marcos. That's nuts. Well, that would be good. Look at the top 5 cards. See anything different? Decisions. Well, the sad thing is, if we bounce, well, we get the 10 drop, we're pretty much setting up for, okay, we're keeping it. Giving them like another search. Oh, that's nice. I think that works out. Yeah, we draw a card. Okay, cool. So we got 2 blockers in play. We can get back an event. And I want to say maybe at this point in the game, the put-ins are more for counter power. I mean, if we do catch a nice play next turn to just, oh, ace. I would approve of some blocks. Okay, we took a life. Are we gonna block ace, I guess? Well, ace has rush. Let's see. 6 cards in the Whitebeard's hand. I think put-in is just counter power at this point. Because anything we do is just going to encourage them to lose cards out of hand. We still got the blocker. If you're really looking for a Kaido bounce. Okay. We're going to get rid of one of the Marcos. One, 2, 3, 4. Now put-in would actually be effective. You drop their hand by 2 and they're forced to, yeah. And then I'll leave one. Leave one up for Desert Spotter. Okay, attack. Now see, now they're forced to just lose cards out of hand. And oh, you see how they have 2 Don up? I'm thinking, what if they lost their events? That made their stomach hurt, because that's kind of what it's looking like. It looks like that put-in play made them lose their events. So we can. Why are you keeping put-in still? Okay, because that Soku King could have bounced a blocker and then gave you 3 Don. No, 1 Don. Okay, that's right, because we did use our leader ability. Gave you the 1 Don to use for something. Well, there's another Soku King right on top. We're going to swing bigger If they swinging for 5, drop the pudding. They're not swinging for 5. They swing for 7. Use your blockers. Well, use Miss Sunday if anything. Yeah. Because, yeah, in the event that you want to put Don on Doflamingo, that's why. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No blockers, 2 cards in here. That's definitely a G. Give us a sub. We really need it. We haven't even cracked 200 yet.